from $18 million to $500. Yes, this is the story of Anas. And I'm the Baba Tuja Eddie Amao. Ebusia Medi di kwesi ama mesrew. Se ubemi subscribe button na so sanso. And I will like video we na wa share video we. Na wa kire wa dwen so e wo comment section. Ebusia in March 2025 and a ruling about mountain na mamemfa wo enko ekire kakra se ne be ya obete story na se. Obekaya 2018 and Anas a release in a documentary out to this number 12. Now number 12 no a figure amount phobia na say finger amount phobia na Anas claim say Anas per the video no a patcher said they've gotten involved in certain scandals be Anas a nyoma bia emfa mrakwan so Anas enye mrakwan so na obi ana oka ho ana na din ka ho be pa kwesi nyantechi. Yes, kwesi nyantechi. Now after the expose ena ehon komo di eba mountain sa ena honorable Kennedy Agyapong started so ono so ne expose on Anas into ono so started so ono so ne revelations ene ne interviews ono so call Anas names. Now some of the names are not offer Anas and they say Anas fraud oye obi a ensese agility na oyobi oyo mambo 4 pa. Now all these things so and Anas and so yes no, if this is happening it is a deliberate attempt from or Hene Prekun Akom Agyapong and as Hene Akom Prekun Agyapong to tarnish on any image send ya Ghana for and funny serious one other investigations and I say other stories are obesan a release. Now fast forward and Anas SUE Honorable Kennedy Agyapong court that was in 2018. Now case no so ruling about out no, it turns out to be say Anas a default. Yes, Anas a default. Nti no na say Kennedy Agyapong someone na all kind of Anas hu nyina no no kre. Nti Anas ka say na say eba ne say dia it becomes I see say na say Ghana for family serious biem because my credibility na yabo atu agu no say menye credible Anas juma meye no enye ade a eso eni nemum ade a me de airborne man. And a fast forward Anas etam case no e de call amanone or the call court amanone na court a or de asam ne call ye no ono so kokko file say Kennedy Agyapong try ne kwan bia so say obegu nanim ase won neoma bia waka ato no so a enye sa na tie nti court enhwe na onso endi na asem ema no ena court egoso edin sem no court egoso edin sem na omokoba back and forth sir. Now in March 2025 and a court ruling na amanone de ya or the akọ no court of appeal na or the akọ ewa amanone no March 2019 and a ruling about mountain a ruling about mountain kire say Kennedy Agyapong honorable adefemi Anas e won someone okakan ye e de to Anas so no there were no justification to it and I said nanjina so bia ni hono mo a obetimi agina so e de aka say Anas no fraud and I say sansem a okato no so no no kre into ruling about mountain kire say Kennedy Agyapong is supposed to pay an amount of $18 million to Anas Aremeyaw Anas. Abusia, when this ruling came out no obi aka bi na amafo kasa and in the course of it Anas a drop of video.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I stand before you not just as a journalist, but as a witness to history, a child of Ghana's turbulent past, and a soldier in the fight for truth. Yesterday, in the Essex County Superior Court of New Jersey, an 8-member jury delivered a unanimous verdict holding Kennedy Agyapong, former Ghanaian MP, liable for defamation and awarding damages of $18 million. The ruling is more than a legal victory. It is a profound affirmation that truth matters, that justice is not a privilege of the powerful, and that the arc of history does indeed bend towards righteousness. My story begins long before this moment. I was born at the 37 Military Barracks in Accra, the son of the soldier who served in an era where power belonged to those who wielded the gun. I grew up watching my nation transition from military rule to democracy, witnessing firsthand the struggle of ordinary Ghanaians yearning for justice, transparency, and accountability. When Ghana finally embraced democracy, I knew that safeguarding it required more than just laws. It needed the unyielding courage of those willing to hold power accountable. That is why I chose journalism, not as a career, but as a calling. Over the years, my team and I have exposed corruption at the highest levels, from the corridors of politics to the halls of justice. But in fighting the corrupt, one becomes a target. Mr. Agyapong, in a desperate bid to silence me, labeled me a land grabber, an extortionist, a murderer, a tax evader, and a blackmailer who ought to be hanged. These were not just lies. They were calculated attempts to destroy my credibility and put my life in danger. While Ghana's legal system failed to deliver justice in 2018, the US court upheld truth. This case was not easy. Proving defamation in the United States requires establishing actual malice by a clear and convincing evidence standard, one of the highest legal thresholds in the world. That the jury ruled 8-0 in my favor on every count is a testament to the fact that Mr. Agyapong acted with reckless disregard. Regrettably, Ghana's justice system has not always lived up to the principles of fairness and impartiality. When I sued Mr. Agyapong in 2018, despite his inability to legally substantiate his allegations, the court ruled against me, with Justice Barr scandalously branding me a terrorist instead of adjudicating the facts before him. This miscarriage of justice was later condemned by Supreme Court Justice Kolende, who rightly described it as a violent abuse of judicial authority. My fight has never been for personal gain, but for the soul of Ghana's democracy. This victory in the US sends a powerful message. The media cannot be silenced, truth cannot be buried, and those who wield power must be held accountable. Let this moment be a wake-up call to all who seek to erode the foundations of justice in Ghana. Let it remind us that democracy is not just about elections, but institutions that uphold the truth, courts that deliver justice without fear or favor, and citizens who refuse to accept corruption as the norm. To my legal team, Andrew Dehere Esquire, Arthur Womega Esquire, Evans Salasi Adeka Esquire, and Odei Crow Esquire, I am forever grateful for your dedication to justice. And to my supporters in Ghana and around the world, your unwavering belief in the fight strengthens my resolve. The battle against corruption continues. We will name, shame, and jail. Ghana deserves better, and I will never stop fighting for a future where justice is not a privilege of the powerful, but the right of every citizen. Thank you.
Okay, into fast forward. After the conversation started online, some lawyers were even saying it was in the right direction, and others too were scared because no more feel if international court a ruling a day in favor of Anas Aremeyaw Anas, it becomes as if yamaimu hadie no anasa court na wa ha no ebema nipa bi enya minimum kakra na minimum asipo kakra ana menteme ho ase kakra what then ena ya lawyer for Anas ya judges for okroma say yentia anko in favor of Anas nemum eko in favor of Kennedy Agyapong ewa Ghana hanum say. Now sound comedy no so eko so na one of the issues eba mountain said that $18 million na Kennedy Agyapong ya de ato no so say ontua emfama Anas Aremeyaw Anas no. The conversation eba ehwo ne say Kennedy Agyapong can appeal and as obetimi right atro ama court no say no wa kire nsem bi mu ene nienti a ebia ofele say sika na ese so otua ma Anas no esom anase ebia ese se omohwe na omoye ho bibi enti no case no ego so ekoso a backdoor enti ne yego so ehwe say the outcome ebeba meno we ka say ya the outcome aba monten Echra. Kennedy Agyapong, right from $18 million, I said so to Yadema Anas Aremeyaw Anas. It has been slashed from that amount to $500. Yes, $500. That is worth $18 million to $500. And as you see, Abamonting, and people are saying, say, that is an abnormal slash. Social media, therefore, that is what everybody is saying, say, from $80 million to $500 there. I say, Ababa, abnormal slash, say, yatisu, we, Rebecca say, yatisu say, who? Yes, yatisu, bebre, na, any idea. Na, some common started say, on social media, and Anas, as an ababetro, yes, Anas, ababetro, na, Anas and Chura, ababetro beam. That is what I want to read to you. Now, Anas said, according to Anas, no, he's not bothered. Until we're releasing the press statement, and this is the press statement. I say, we every Tiger Eye PI, Africa's leading private investigative firm. Postal address and Cantonment Accra, Ghana, phone number date 11th May 2025. Press release. I say, our victory is in the judiciary and not the award. As Ghanaians may recall, a couple of weeks ago, an American jury found Kennedy Agyapong guilty of maliciously defaming my character. Consequent to the finding by the jury, an amount of $18 million was awarded in my favor against Kennedy Agyapong. Following the award, Kennedy Agyapong filed a motion for remittal, asking the judge to reduce the amount awarded against him. Thus, inherent in his motion, Kennedy Agyapong admitted to having maliciously defamed me. Today, the trial judge granted Kennedy Agyapong's motion for remittal and reduced the initial award to $500. This means that while the judge held that Kennedy Agyapong had defamed me, in his reasoning, the award against Kennedy Agyapong by the jury was excessive. Many avenues of redemption occurred to me, but it is important to state, as previously did, that this fight has not been about the money, but rather a fight for truth and justice. I am happy that not a single allegation was proven against me in court when Kennedy Agyapong was given full opportunity to substantiate. I will continue in my relentless fight against corruption, and in doing that, continue to name, shame, and jail. Signed, Tiger IPI. Abusia, na ese we eyade eye Anas asen release ababon entin now ne nchiremu enyina ne se ono from $80 million to $500 no enha no ai o se enha no because one fa nko court se okọ no wakwa kwenye scale frame nemum okọ se okọ akopepa edin se ya eye honorable Kennedy Agyapong ede atono so anase nsem bi a waka ede atono so no na ode call court se court emma ida se Kennedy Agyapong ebeba ede eye adanse aba se saa nneoma no eye no krese waye anase obeba be sign it se entesa nti ono de eye ne de nyina ne se ni nyina ekọ wie no Kennedy Agyapong enye ngina so bia se saa nneoma ode to no so no eye no kre nemum sikasem na de enye eno ene ade a ehia no no obekọso a na wanemi na se odi bone na so hu de a obeba odin na wogu enum ase na mmra no so eno edi nti na wei ade a efri Anas Aremeyaw Anas ehonum ababetodwa social media obia edi ho nkomo abusia menim wadwen kire ewo ho but particularly no nkomo no mostly surround your judicial system no and your judicial system a decisions a take here and the international court so decision almost a take here na a two different thing no amafo edi nkomo efa ho ewo ho minimum adwen kire ebusia kire adwen ewo comment section no remember remfiso say obe like video we na wa subscribe to your channel we so sanso na obetimi follow yen across all social media platforms Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. Bebia eye kwesiama. Abusia medidi kwesiama. Accra. Bye bye.